Alright, and there. I have just canceled my Netflix account. Good riddance.
Wait, what? How am I gonna finish watching my shows?
Well, let's see. You can start by getting a job and paying for your own Netflix account.
Scum. Netflix is a human right.
No. Healthcare is a human right.
By the way, just if something requires someone else's labor, it doesn't mean it can't still be a right. For example, we all have a right to an attorney. That requires someone else's labor, but it's a right we're all afforded.
Your stupid Netflix account is not a human right, just like living in my house rent-free isn't a human right.
First of all, Dad, I already told you, if you start charging me rent, then you'll become a landlord.
Tell you what, Femson, I know of a great place where you can go. You'll be fed, you'll be taken care of, you'll have your toys, you can do that whole tweeting all day at Trump thing, and best of all, you won't be in my house anymore. That's right, the orphanage.
What? But you're my dad. I'm not an orphan.
Well, you will be if you keep bothering me.
Please just tell me why you canceled the Netflix account.
Because they have a disgusting new movie that is really, really inappropriate, and I want to show Netflix that the market doesn't like when you sexualize underage girls.
Wait. Are you talking about that movie Cuties?
Yes, that movie is sickening.
Did you even watch the movie? It's actually a beautiful coming-of-age story about a young girl fighting back against societal gender expectations that have been instilled in her through implicit bias and internalized misogyny. In order to rebuke the patriarchal society, she embraces her inner dancer and begins to—
Femson, I did my research on the film, and apparently you did some research also. I was wondering why it said I'd already viewed Cuties 3 times.
Typical racist boomer. You probably just don't like the movie because it's liberating to young girls.
Liberating? Ugh, you are disgusting. That movie looked straight out of Jeffrey Epstein's imagination.
You patriarchal man-pig. Also, I'll have you know that yes, Jeffrey Epstein had his flaws, but any friends of the Clintons is a friend of mine. I also think that we—
Huh? Well, it's no orphanage, but I suppose jail is second best. My friends, it is I, your favorite skinny fat lesbian Hunter Avalone here, back with another video. Today the sun is shining, it's a beautiful Saturday. I have some news that is going to make today even beautifuler. It appears that the controversial French film Cuties has resulted in Netflix being indicted over the movie. Now, of course, you all remember the drama that is just never ending with Netflix's decision to platform a new movie called Cuties, which explicitly sexualizes underage girls. It depicts underage girls dancing extremely sexually for very prolonged amounts of time. It's really, really gross and inappropriate, but it appears that finally someone is doing something about it. So Netflix is indeed facing a criminal charge over the controversial movie Cuties. A Texas grand jury indicted the company over alleged lewd visual material. A grand jury in Tyler County, Texas has indicted Netflix. The company knowingly promoted visual material which depicts the lewd exhibition of the genitals or pubic area of a clothed or partially clothed child who was younger than 18 years of age at the time the visual material was created, which appeals to the interest in sex and has no serious literacy, artistic, political, or scientific value. Wow, so this Texas grand jury is coming for Netflix's throat. My goodness! Here is the official indictment that has been filed and of course given to Netflix also. This is a state felony. Netflix has been served with a summons, although an arraignment date has not officially been set just yet. The company's co-CEOs were named in this indictment. Netflix, of course, is responding the same way, still defending the film, trying to say that it's a social commentary against the sexualization of underage girls or something, even though the film blatantly sexualizes underage girls. I don't know, but finally, someone somewhere is standing up to Netflix and saying, hey, enough is enough. You guys cannot be platforming this disgusting movie that sexualizes underage girls. And when you actually take a look at who this lawyer is, where this Texas town is located, it really is kind of an underdog story. This is an underdog little lawyer taking on Netflix, a massive corporate giant. Woodville is a small town in the forest land of East Texas. It only has a population of about 2,500 people, and it is the home to the Tyler County Courthouse, where 2 circuit judges split their time with other counties. But this little courthouse in this tiny town recently announced that they had indicted Netflix on a charge of distributing lewd content. He said he had heard about the controversy over the controversial scenes in the film. He watched the movie and decided that it crossed a line and that he had to act. He runs a tiny office, himself a deputy and 1 other attorney. He was elected in March 2018, taking over an office in disarray with a large backlog of drug cases. Some people are speculating this may be a move because this guy might want to run for higher office at some point. Either way, I am glad to see somebody on a legal level taking on Netflix and trying to hold this company accountable for platforming such a disgusting and vile film. It's also important that we understand what exactly it means to be indicted. So an indictment is when a person is formally accused and charged with committing a crime. However, indictments on a state level are actually pretty rare. They usually come from a federal level. I know recently people were trying to get AG Barr to file an indictment against Netflix on a federal level. However, he has not done anything yet. So what happens when you're indicted? Usually when a grand jury hands down an indictment, the defendant is then arraigned, just like what's happening with Netflix. When a defendant is arraigned, the first step in a trial, an initial plea of guilty, not guilty, or no contest is made in court. This is definitely heading in the right direction. However, I don't think this tiny little Texas town indicting Netflix is gonna do all that much. It's not gonna do all that much by itself. But what I am hoping is that this sets a precedent for more and more states to begin filing indictments against Netflix, hopefully even getting Netflix a federal indictment. So again, just if this indictment isn't that big of a deal just yet, it really could lead to much more significant consequences for Netflix platforming this disgusting and vile movie. But there you guys have it, some good news to kickstart your beautiful week. I don't know, but I'm really happy to see that Cuties has gotten Netflix indicted. I'll keep you guys updated and let you know what happens next. Please give this video a like, comment below, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all soon. Peace.